Did aliens create the human race? Do humans and extraterrestrials share DNA roots? Well, for former astronaut Al Worden, it's a yes. In his 2017 interview with Good Morning Britain, he brought up the decades-old theory that we originated from an ancient alien civilization. He suggested that some Sumerian writings point to the idea that we humans descended from aliens who visited Earth thousands of years ago and decided to start a civilization here. The center of the controversy? The Sumerians. I know you're already familiar with the Sumerian civilization thanks to old, boring history lectures, but our discussion is quite different. It's not every day that we hear enthralling alien views from an astronaut, a man of science. Al Worden was a NASA astronaut, test pilot, and engineer. He was best known as the command module pilot of the Apollo 15 lunar mission in 1971. Here he is as a dashing young spaceman in the 1970s. After Apollo 15 reached lunar orbit and his crewmates left to explore the moon's surface, he spent 3 days alone in the command module, taking photos of the scientific lunar terrains. No alien sighting, but still an awesome experience. So, in that interview, decades after his space heydays, did he leave us with interesting trivia? Something about the Sumerians. When I saw this interview, I actually looked into it right away and found that there is a theory supported by ancient writings and artifacts that argues a DNA connection between extraterrestrials and human beings. Sad that we can no longer discuss this with Al Worden himself, since he already passed away last March 2020. He was right. We cannot simply shrug off the details that come with it. What is this theory, and what exactly does ancient Sumerian literature say? First, let's discuss the most important points about the Sumerian civilization. Sumerians formed the first ever known complex human civilization, ruling the first city-states around 4000 BC. They lived and thrived in Mesopotamia, a region in Western Asia near the Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent is a crescent-shaped domain covering modern-day Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt, Israel, and other Middle Eastern nations. Sumerians ruled Mesopotamia for around 2,000 years before the rise of the Akkadians and the Babylonians. During that period, they produced great inventions and concepts, including cuneiform, the first ever written language. They also invented the chariot and were the first ones to run textile mills and mass-produce bricks and pots. Some of their creations we still use and enjoy until today, from sailboats and weapons to board games and the number system. In addition, Sumerians are hydraulic engineering geniuses. They built a series of ditches to prevent flooding, as well as irrigation strategies to improve their day-to-day farming routines. These ancient peoples are no savages. Apart from being brilliant inventors, they were astronomy and math mavens. We still use the same mathematical time and calendar systems they created. They are also the world's first astronomers, and even during ancient times, without advanced telescopes, they knew that some planets are visible to the naked eye. The Sumerians created modern civilization and culture as we know it. However, despite their massive contributions to humanity, we still consider them as one of the most mysterious characters of archaeology. We don't know where they came from. Until now, the original homeland of the Sumerians is still not known. Experts believe that they came from the east, but it's not clear whether they traveled by sea or from the mountains. Also, how were they able to grasp advanced knowledge in a short period is of great interest in modern science. Some people assume that there was an unseen, out-of-this-world force behind their massive achievements. Were Sumerians ancient astronauts? Were they highly gifted aliens from a technologically advanced planet? According to Zecharia Sitchin, the proponent of the ancient astronaut theory, ancient Sumerian writings seem to convey strong associations with extraterrestrials. He claimed that Sumerians weren't just in contact with aliens. They were aliens, or at least part aliens, or people who descended from aliens. I know, it's confusing. Good thing there's one incredible artifact that offers the best out-of-this-world intro: the Sumerian King List. It's a 4,000-year-old cuneiform tablet found in the early 1900s by German-American scholar Hermann Hilprecht. Many similar tablets were found, but all of them depict the rulers of the Sumerian civilization. It contains a list of kings, the duration of their reign, and the kingdom locations. The oddest part of this discovery is the fantastically long tenure of the earliest dynasties. Each king ruled for thousands of years. An example was Alulim, supposedly ruling for 28,000 years, Al-Aljar for 36,000 years, and then Imen-Luana for 43,200 years, and so on and on. These details have provoked many attempts at interpretation. In the end, scholars claim that not everything in this clay prism is real. They said that it provides a combination of mythological details and historical information. From a scientific point of view, humans can't live that long, so others think that it's purely mythological. Others, though, believe that the numbers are real and that the civilization was ruled by deities capable of living a lot longer than us. And these deities are no other than aliens. Much like their elaborate language system, the Sumerians also had a vast religious system composed of several deities. Gods lived in human form, and with every city-state, a specific deity reigned. Among these are Anunnaki, a group of powerful deities worshipped not only by the ancient Sumerians, but also Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians. They are the most powerful gods in the pantheon. In the earliest writings about them, it is said that their main function was to decree the fate of humanity. The major deities of the Mesopotamian pantheon, which included the Anunnaki, were believed to participate in the assembly of the gods, through which the deities made all of their decisions. Well, that seems normal. Ancient people who worship gods. But you see, for Sitchin and the other proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, the Anunnaki are aliens from a planet called Nibiru, deities of flesh and blood, who visited Earth thousands of years ago. They made Earth the subject of their grand exploration project. Sitchin said that all of these are embedded in various ancient Sumerian records. In Sitchin's book, The 12th Planet, he stated that the Anunnaki came here to look for gold that they can use to repair the planet's deteriorating atmosphere. They found what they were looking for in Africa, and there they started mining. For a faster, more productive mining system, they decided to combine Anunnaki DNA and human DNA, a DNA engineering feat to create stronger slaves and miners. The result? Humans. Exactly who we are today. Sitchin said that aliens helped kickstart human civilization through DNA engineering. The Anunnaki gods were assumed to also establish the first city-states in Sumer, Mesoamerica, the Indus, and Nile Valley. This is the reason why these ancient civilizations appear so ahead of their time. Alien genes are genius genes. Alongside incredible achievements in astronomy and other fields, they form the basis of modern religion. Of course, these claims have been debunked and are continuously being disproved by traditional scholars. Experts like Dr. Michael S. Heiser, who holds a PhD in the Hebrew Bible and Semitic languages, stated that Sitchin's lack of formal education in Semitic studies leads to an inaccurate reading of Sumerian texts. Nevertheless, the book The 12th Planet, which was published in 1976, turned out to be a bestseller. The theory, deemed by historians as absolute nonsense, captivated millions of people worldwide. Do you know that the ancient astronaut theory aligns well with the recent study that humans are carrying DNA from an unknown ancient ancestor? Reputable archaeologists presume that this unknown ancestor is the Homo erectus, an ancient human thought to have died more than 100,000 years ago. But as no Homo erectus DNA has ever been recovered, we don't know for sure. That's what traditional experts think. Now, for some open-minded historians and archaeologists, it doesn't seem far-fetched that we were created by a progressive alien civilization with the help of genetic engineering. This is something that could perhaps explain the lapses in our very own DNA that makes us either descendants or creations of alien intelligence. It's also possible that we evolved independently, but that much of our knowledge and culture came from our alien ancestors. Extraterrestrial culture is our mother culture. Take note that clues didn't just show up in Sumerian writings. Extraterrestrial presence is seen in many ancient artifacts from the civilizations that came after it. Remember, Sumer is the first of many. Here is one interesting example. This Sumerian cylinder seal, called VA-243, seems to depict celestial objects. The star-shaped symbol and 11 other dots represent the sun, moon, and 10 planets. The other one, meanwhile, may be the mysterious world Nibiru. This Mesopotamian cylinder seal appears to show that aliens aboard flying discs landed on Earth thousands of years ago. How about this? Do you think this rock carving recovered from Val Camonica, Italy, portrays ancient astronauts? Val Camonica has one of the world's biggest collections of prehistoric petroglyphs. Thousands of symbols and figures carved on rocks depict themes associated with war, agriculture, navigation, and magic. Maybe ancient people from this area also witnessed the emergence of an alien civilization. This strange figure from ancient Japan may also represent extraterrestrial visitors. Proponents of the ancient astronaut theory also argue that helicopter hieroglyphs recovered from Abydos, Egypt is proof that aliens dominated ancient human civilizations. They say those helicopter hieroglyphs are just the results of stones being reused over time. But what if those helicopter-like carvings are something else? Here's another. According to Eric von Daniken, the sarcophagus lid of Pakal the Great represents an ancient astronaut ascending to the stars in a spaceship. All of these figures are subject to our own interpretations. There's no right or wrong answer, since there's no way of confirming every assumption. What do you think? Are these really representations of ancient alien life? We'll end this video now, but let me know your thoughts by commenting down below. I'm also curious if any of you have read The 12th Planet. Should I get my own copy? It would be fun if you can share your views about the entire ancient astronaut theory. So there. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you loved it, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Then, don't forget to click the notification bell to get notified each time we upload new episodes. If there are topics you want us to cover in the upcoming weeks, just let us know through the comment section. Just mention random exciting subjects, we'll look into it. We upload new ones around 3 times a week, so there is always time for new stories. I'll see you guys next time.